to priests of Rome, I am on the journey with you. I am close to you in your joys and sufferings. Thank you for your often unrecognized service, Pope Francis writes in a letter to the priests of his diocese, while warning them against spiritual worldliness that hides behind appearances of religiosity and love for the Church, but in reality consists in seeking, instead of the glory of God, human glory and personal well-being. Gratitude, first of all, for a precious and often hidden or little recognized service, then the reassurance of never being alone in the midst of joys and sufferings, finally, a warning against those temptations denounced since the beginning of the pontificate, toward spiritual worldliness and clericalism, from which the laity are not exempt, that risk diverting the ministry into forms of closure, elitism, possessiveness, arrogance. Hence, he invites them to work side by side with lay brothers and sisters to initiate synodal forms and paths and to be servants and not masters, to wash the feet of our brothers and not crush them under our feet. There is a pastor's attention and a father's concern in the letter that Pope Francis is sending today, 7th of August, to all the priests of the Diocese of Rome, the Pope's diocese, reorganized last January with the new Apostolic Constitution in Ecclesiarum Communione, Italian original here, which brought about several changes within the Vicariate. The missive, which Pope Francis drafted in a familiar style in the midst of the numerous appointments of the WID, bears the date of August 5, 2023, the memorial of the dedication of the Basilica of St. Mary Major, and is about 7 pages long. The text, the Pope writes, is also the fruit of prayer before the Salus Populi Romani, to whom, he assures them, he has entrusted all the priests of the Urbe. I have asked her to guard and protect you, to dry your secret tears, to revive in you the joy of the ministry and to make you everyday shepherds in love with Jesus. For Jorge Mario Bergoglio, who has always presented himself as the Bishop of Rome, it is precisely the latter that seems to be the greatest concern, namely, a disenchantment of priests with their vocation and ministry. It is, the Pope acknowledges, a ministry that carries a burden of joys and labors, of hopes and disappointments, and that often takes place amid many labors and misunderstandings. He says thank you for this, and in fact repeats it several times in his letter.